Hey guys, John here from Sonic Drive Studio. I hope you're all doing well and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have some more fun with the IK Multimedia Tonex app. If you're not familiar yet with Tonex, you have been living under a rock, sorry to say that, but it's basically an app that lets you capture your amplifiers so that you can use them inside your DAW. I love that concept and I've been having a lot of fun with Tonex myself. I recently did another video with Tonex in which I captured my PRS MT15 very accurately, I must add. Do check that video out up here or down here if you're interested, and note that it also features a free capture. Today we're going to try to capture an amplifier that tends to be very hard to profile or capture by other devices, a Mesa Boogie Rectifier, the Mini Rectifier 25 to be precise. In that last video that I did with the PRS MT15, I used my Neural DSP Quad Cortex as the audio interface to make the capture. And that gave me some pretty accurate results. The cool thing about Tonex though is that you can just use your own sound card as long as it has the needed ins and outs. And today we're going to make the capture with this IK Multimedia Axe I sound card. Thanks to the kind folks at IK Multimedia for providing this sound card. I spent some time with this and I think it's actually a great interface for recording guitar and more. And hooking this up to my PC and hooking it up to the amplifier for the captures was also very straightforward. Of course, you have to connect the interface to your computer via USB. You hook up your guitar through input 1 over here. The amp out over here goes into the front of the amplifier. The amp is being fed into a reactive load box, and then that signal is being fed back into the interface on input 2 here on the back. And that's it. One thing that I did notice with this device is that the signal coming out of the amp out was a bit low, so I had to boost that signal in order to get more accurate and proper gain levels out of the capture when compared to the amplifier. And for that purpose I just used this Lichtlerm Audio Acer Hatter Clean Boost, just with all the EQ settings off, and it's just boosting the level here quite a bit actually. Alright, so on the real amplifier I'm using the second channel, the red channel on the modern mode, for that classic and typical fizzy, scooped and fat rectifier sound. I think that the Mini Rectifier 25 does a really convincing job of that signature rectifier sound actually. And for the cap tones, this time around I'm using one of the cabinets in Amplitube 5. I believe it's from the Mesa Boogie collection, 1 or 2, I'm not sure which one. But I'm using the 2x12 rectifier cabinet with the stock V30 speaker, and I'm using a 57 mic and a 121 mic combined. And I'm using those exact same cabinet settings both for the real amplifier and the Tonex capture, which I am loading inside of Amplitube 5. In the previous video I did a little bit of a rundown of the capture process, but it basically starts by picking your instrument, which is a guitar or a bass guitar, and of course I will choose guitar. Choose the capture type. I'm going for just the amp head. I like this because it allows you to change the cabinets after the fact. You then check your routing, test the signals, and let the app capture your amplifier. And then in the model training page, you can choose your level of accuracy. I always go with advanced because in my case, this only takes about 18 minutes or so, and I have a very good graphics card, and that helps with this. After that, you can A/B the model and the real amp and add some gain if needed. Then choose a skin for the amp and name the file, etc. And then it's done, and then you can save the file and use it in whatever session you like. Okay, let's get to the really fun stuff. Let's take a listen to the real amplifier and the capture, and let's start by doing this in a blind test in a full mix. And let's see if you guys can guess which one is which. Alright, good luck guys and have fun. All right, that was impressive. I think that in the mix they sounded really damn close, really impressive. So it's already safe to say that Tonex does a great job at capturing the sound of a rectifier, which is very exciting because rectifiers are probably some of my favorite amplifiers of all time. Now I will give you guys the results, and this time with just the isolated guitars, just so you can really hear them up close. All right, guys, here we go. Cool! So A was Tonex and B was the real amplifier. I think they sounded really close, but definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Again, I'm just very excited about finally having a capture method that can quite accurately capture my rectifiers. Very cool. Now to get the capture to sound even closer to the real amp, I did do a little bit of tweaking, but I only tweaked the gain control on the model. I think I changed the gain from the default 5 to 6, and that's it. And upon comparing them closely in the isolated comparison, I did notice that the real amp did have a little bit more low end, some sub lows going on, but the difference was quite subtle, and in the mix definitely negligible. So again, great job IK Multimedia. Now of course you can download this capture for free for yourself on ToneNet. Just look for SDS Mini Rectifier and you will find it. And when you've tried it, definitely let me know in the comments down below how you liked it and how it sounded on your setup with your guitar, etc. Also stay tuned for another episode of this series in about a month or so, again with a free capture. I'm not sure which amp I'm going to feature this time around, but let me know what your preferences would be. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons down below as that really helps the channel out. I usually appreciate that. You can also follow Sonic Drive Studio on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching and I hope to see you very soon. Cheers!